Hello, hi everyone. I'm Giovanni. I'm a HUAWEI developer advocate, and today I'm here to tell you about this super cool contest we created for you developers. HUAWEI AppsUP is the name of this contest, the super cool contest. And it's a contest we have across all the world. We have organized this across all the world, but no fear, because we have divided this by region. And today we will talk about this context for the European region. And yeah, I'm happy to invite Niall Water, our marketing manager, and he will speak more about this contest and HubSpot, and we reply all your question about it. Yeah, let's see, Niall. Let me add the Niall. Hello, Niall.
Hi, Giovanni. Not too bad at all. How are you? So, hi, everybody.
Great.
Thanks for the introduction, Giovanni. So, as Giovanni said, I'd like to tell you a little more about this year's contest. And I'll begin by just sharing a little presentation we've put together to tell you just more details. Just bear with me a moment.
Yeah, share the screen.
Sorry, just a second. So just to begin with, before I share the screen, if I was to describe what AppsUP is, essentially it's an innovation contest for app developers.
So can I see it?
Is the screen not ready yet? Sorry. There we are. Sorry about that. Should be working now.
Let's see.
Is that working, Giovanni?
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah. So as I was saying, it's an innovation contest for app developers. Put simply, if you're a developer who has a great app idea, this could be the contest for you. It's we're looking for inspired developers to come up with ideas for apps that help make the world a better place around us. There might be a game, there might be just something a bit innovative, a creative spark with it, and that's what we're looking to see at this year's contest. So I'll just give a little more information. Firstly, to begin with, as Giovanni mentioned, we have 5 different regions for the contest, and there are prize categories in each of the 5 regions. So the 5 regions are China, the European region, Latin America, Asia Pacific, and the Middle East and Africa. So depending on where you're based, obviously this is a HDG UK event, so you'll be in the European category. You'll enter the various different categories that are available. So just an overview of last year's contest. Last year, there were over 3,000 teams and over 1,000 entries. We received entries from over 170 countries and regions, and over 1,000 million impressions were generated with a reach of 4 million. At the end of the presentation, for those app developers looking for a little bit of inspiration for this year's contest, I'll go through some of the very successful entries. We saw like a really wide range of creative and innovative apps from all kinds of different categories and areas. Okay. So one of the conditions of AppsUP is that the app that you develop needs to integrate at least one HUAWEI Mobile Services open capability. So just a little bit more about the HMS ecosystem. So AppsUP is obviously built to encourage apps using HMS and the different capabilities that are available on that ecosystem. The benefit of this is you've over 60 kits you can choose from. There is over 140,000 integrated apps, and you have an audience using the HMS. I think it says 700 million, but I believe it's even more than that at the moment. There's 740 million users. So it's huge potential, a huge ecosystem. So the winners of the contest, as well as competing for cash prizes in the various categories, will also enjoy getting their app promoted on HUAWEI App Gallery. So the audience potential there is incredible, 740 million, as I mentioned. And winners will also get free access to the resources available on HUAWEI Mobile Cloud, HUAWEI developer events, courses, and certifications. So I might go back to you, Giovanni, at this point, if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to expand on.
Yeah, this is really nice because, yeah, I mean, the developers can use our services to develop whatever app they like, for sure. I tested this service. They can use like machine learning, location, map kit, and so on. But yeah, can you give me more info about what is the timeline of this contest? I mean, when do our developers need to register? When do they need to complete this app and so on? Yeah.
Sure thing. So the timeline for submitting the app is September 5th is the deadline. So I'm just going to share my screen once again. Hopefully it won't take as long this time. Bear with me. So obviously September 5th is very close. So it's less than 3 weeks away
Yeah,
now.
maybe there is some problem with the connection. Let's see.
So just bear with me. Sorry about this. Perhaps you could share, Giovanni, if you have the deck. It doesn't seem to be connecting for me at the
Hello,
moment.
can you hear me? Hello, hello. I had some problem with the connection, maybe. I guess you can hear me now.
I can hear you, yeah. So
yeah, sorry for it. I don't know what is happening now to the connection. So we were talking about the timeline of the contest. Do
yes,
you have
indeed.
some?
I'm trying to share the screen, but if you have possibly the same deck, maybe you could share it and just having some problems connecting it at the moment.
No, I have not. Let's try again. Otherwise, we have to say like verbally. Let's see. Can you try share it again?
Yeah, I'll try again. Sorry.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, I can say that we will support all the developers. So if they have some question, they can contact us. So
Okay.
if they can want to integrate these services. Oh, here it
Yes.
is. Yeah.
I think we're back in business, Giovanni. Can you see my screen now?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so
Yeah.
sorry about that technical issue. So as I was saying, September 5th, which is less than 3 weeks away, is the deadline for submitting the entry. So realistically, there's not a lot of time, but if you have an app that's ready to go, I think you can submit it now and continue working on it. The benefit is if you submit it, you can continue altering it and working on it right up until the deadline on September 5th. So after that, in each region, 20 works are selected. So from the panel of all the entries, the best 20 are selected. And at that stage, the judging panel will review and choose which ones are the best and will be selected for the prizes. So then in October, of the best 20, it's down to 5 and the final winners are announced. So
Nice. Yeah.
the various categories I'll go into now, just to give you a little more information on what's available as prizes. So simply, there's a few of the categories that were there last year, such as best app, best game, and best social impact. So social impact's an interesting one. One of the philosophies of AppsUP is obviously to promote sort of creative solutions and inspirational solutions that can benefit the world around us and the environment we live in. So by social impact, it might be something to do with maybe making the planet a better place. So if it's, I know one app that I remember, it was a garbage sorting app, which was very helpful in recycling. Another app could be just something that makes a positive impact for people. So it could be a humanity-based app, charity, for example. So there's some very creative ideas coming through last year, and hopefully we'll see a repeat of that this year. A new category this year, which is very interesting as well, is Tech Women's Award. There's 3 of these, and again, it's a prize fund from the $1 million prize fund. There's 5,000 each for these awards. So the idea here is to support and encourage the significant contribution made by women to our industry. So obviously there's a gender gap in this industry, and this is addressing the fact that we can promote women's involvement in a stronger way and acknowledge some of the great work that's going on there. There's also a student award. So this perhaps is for the young developers that perhaps aren't quite as experienced and maybe have some great ideas but don't have the same capabilities maybe as more senior developers. So the idea here is to recognize that and recognize some of the great work coming from young developers. And I think like that would be relevant to some of our Huawei student developer groups.
Yeah,
And
nice. Because so sorry, Niall, because we have a really good sets of prize here, and even this is differentiated by like underrepresented categories. So it's really good. Like I cannot imagine any awards, any other contest that's like a women's award or like only for students. This is really good, and for sure I mean, if you want some, if from all the audience there are students that want to join. I really encourage you to join it, to ask us, to contact us for question, and even to join the local HSDs or Huawei student developer group that is corresponded to your location. So there you can have a lot of support to develop this app.
Yeah, absolutely. The Huawei student developer groups are actually a great opportunity not only to learn new resources and methods from other students, but also it's a great networking opportunity because you meet like-minded students who are interested in building innovative apps. So I'd encourage any student to get involved with that.
Exactly. Do you know? Yeah. So sorry, go.
No, go ahead.
No, I'd like to have more info about who. I mean, maybe who are the judges for this contest, if we have like a judging team, where they come from, or...
Certainly, yeah. So I have just a short slide here on the various judges. So the idea with the judges is it's different for each region. So these are European region judges, and we've put together a panel that shows the diversity of apps that will be at the contest. So we have people who are specialists in gaming. We have people who are maybe like there's Claudia Mendez Silva, for example, is a Women in Tech ambassador. And then we have a mixture of Huawei-based experts as well as external experts. So I think it really does show the diversity of apps that will be there, that we have this great expert panel together who will have some real insights and hope they really know what they're looking for in a good innovative app.
Nice. Maybe you are. I think you have more information also about the prize category because I saw one slide before. So if you want to give us more info, yeah.
You've a good eye, Giovanni. So this is just a little bit more of an explanation of the various categories. So as I mentioned, one of the more interesting new categories is the Tech Women's Award, and to actually qualify for that, the condition is that a woman must be the developer, the leader of the team. So I'm not sure if I mentioned at the start, actually, you can join AppsUP either as an individual or as a team. So it's up to you, really. If you work closely with other people, you're very welcome to enter as a team. But I think you have to share the prize with the team is the only condition. So maybe if you fancy going alone, the prize might be bigger. So the Best HMS Core Innovation Award is an interesting one. This is just looking at the various different HMS core innovations such as ads, push, location, AR, VR, and looking at just really innovative ways they're being applied to apps. Honorable mention is one of the last categories, and the idea here is that there's every year all of the apps are inspirational, but all of them can't win. But there is a category that just recognizes special apps that maybe aren't the outstanding apps in the various categories, but are certainly worth looking at again and given some recognition to. So that's the honorable mention category. As I said at the start as well, one of the real incentives, and we've seen this from apps that came through last year, is the Huawei App Gallery promotion resources. I mean, the audience here is incredible, and the opportunity to really you can get obviously encourage investment in your app with this kind of opportunity. Just the exposure this will give to your app is really the potential is mind blowing. What the lift this can give your app in getting it off the ground.
Nice, really nice. I think you already spoke about what are the requirements for to join this contest. I mean, yeah, what kind of app, because they need to integrate HMS, but also do the developers need to actually upload the app on the app gallery, our store, or they can also avoid these?
They don't, but there are bonus points if you do. So that's a good question, Giovanni. So if you decide to release or submit your app gallery, you will receive 10 bonus points for doing so. So it's not a requirement, but you can make that decision yourself. But it's recommended because it will really give your app the best chance of competing for those prizes. And it's just there on this as well. There's just some other submission requirements. So introduction documents, if you visit the website where you enter, that we'll put up a QR code for it in a moment. You'll see there's just introduction documents, which is basically you explaining a little more about your app, the thinking behind it, just a little bit of an introduction for the judges as to why you've decided to create this app and what kind of users you think and that kind of thing. We also would like a demo video. So this is just showing how the app works and talking through the process of developing it. And then just another condition is the APK in zip or AR format, and it can't be any larger than 200 megabytes. So I think they're pretty standard submission requirements, and you can find more on the website, which will link up by QR code and also share in the group.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, personally, I suggest the developer to deploy their APK, their apps or their game on the app gallery, because it's very easy. I mean, it's just like a matter of drag and drop the APK, like prepare all like the images of their apps, the screenshots, the information, and that's it. Just press deploy, just press publish, and that's it. I mean, after 1 or 2 days, the review team will review the app. And a part of the awards, yes, it could be an opportunity to actually deploy the app to the million users that we have across all the world. So yeah, it's a really good opportunity. And also, I think we can support the developers even with promotions. Yeah, maybe you will tell more about this. But yeah, I guess we have pretty much more everything. But maybe some developers want more information about some, I don't know, maybe inspirational content or apps that already won last year's contest, something like that. You don't know if you have some information about it.
Absolutely. So I've just prepared 4 of the sort of apps that we feel were really innovative last year. And maybe if you're a developer looking at the contest this year, this will give you the kind of light switch moment and inspire you to build one. So from the China region last year, and I think this would fit certainly in the social impact category, this app was developed as an earthquake map alert. So basically, it gives real-time information about earthquake zones, provides like both real-time and historical, so you can understand the place you're in is an historical earthquake hotspot, and it draws information from the various meteorological official earthquake sites that are around the world. So this could be real life-saving app in a crisis situation such as an earthquake, and it was something that really impressed the judges last year because of it just using the technology in such an applied way, and the way it drew from the various global earthquake sites. It really was a very innovative use of technology. So definitely one I think which would fit under the social impact category, just for that imagination and bringing something that's actually very practical and helpful to people's lives. Another app, I think, if like me, when you're walking around, sometimes you see plants and you're curious what the name of them is, but possibly don't know. I think I'm very often in that situation. I see some plants in my back garden and I'm not sure of the name of them. This app solves that problem. Basically, if you see a plant and you can't remember the name of it or you're not sure what it is, you hold your device out, scan it, and then a database of over 600,000 types of plants is scanned, and it tells you more information, the name of the plant, and kind of just practical information about where it grows and that kind of thing. So very interesting, and this was one of the most popular apps last year. I think I saw this had close to 500,000 downloads already since last year. So very, very popular. This is from the European region. European region last year. It's called Plant Snap. So I think it's again much like the other app. It's just using clever technology to solve an everyday situation, and I think it's no
Yeah, that's
surprise.
really it's a really useful app, this one. Also, I was using this to recognize some plants, and yeah, it's really cool. And it's
Yeah,
actually using our machine learning kit to identify the pitch from the picture object and plants as well. So it's actually using a lot of our services and so on. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. A very clever app. Another one from Latin America last year was an app which is really helpful and innovative in, again, a crisis situation. So SOS Mex was designed as a panic button app for women who find themselves in a dangerous situation. So this allows them to contact trusted contacts and give their real-time location and make a call for help. So it's just an app that looked at a real problem and a real society issue and thought of an innovative way that possibly it can help that and help the users. So I think this app, it's really like it's commendable how it recognized like a dangerous situation and it used inspiration technology to help that situation. And perhaps Giovanni, you know something a little more about the different kits integrated in it or how the technology actually worked. Maybe you could say something.
Yeah, yeah. This was yeah. This actually was Yeah, this actually was. I think because I have still some problem with the connection. But I hope you can you can hear me
Yeah,
all.
I can
I
hear you.
mean, this yeah, this app was a really useful one, but integrates a lot of our services like the push notification, the map, the location. We can see it from the slide, the account kit, the analytics. I mean, this for sure was one of the best that we had, even because integrated a lot of services behind, and even because it's useful and it's really tackling a common problem. I hope here and for the future we can see this kind of app integrated with our wearables, because I mean at the moment for this contest we are only considering apps for smartphone and tablets, but for sure in the future we will also integrate. I mean, we will allow you also to have this contest for our wearable. That's really useful. No? I mean, imagine to have an app like this on the wrist, so on your smartwatch. This could be like super powerful. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then from Middle East and Africa region, this app I thought really captured my imagination. It's such a simple idea, but also such a very clever way of implementing it. So basically, it's a deaf sign language app, and it allows users to learn. I think it's something all of us could do that don't know sign language, is just learn simple sign languages by speaking a word or phrase into the app and then getting showed the instructions on how to use sign language to communicate. So I think what I love about this app is just it's very much a simple idea developed in a very clever way. And I think they're often the best apps. There's nothing better than an app that you can just use easily and in a very practical way. And it uses it's also available offline, so it can be used without the internet, which it could be very practical as well.
Yeah, that's true. This is another. It's actually, yeah. I mean, all these apps are really solving a lot of problems that many people have, and they are really good apps considering. Well, I mean, all the social problems. So yeah,
Yeah,
this is one of the key. I think that this is one of the key to win our contest for sure. Apart of all
absolutely.
the technicality of integrate these or the other kits. Yeah.
And these apps as well, if you are interested in them just from this conversation, you should be able to find them on App Gallery and download them so you can try them for yourselves. So just a little note on how to get involved. The QR code I mentioned is there. So if you sign that, it'll bring you to the landing page where you can register your team. Your team can submit up to 5 works. And as I mentioned at the start, you can modify that right up to the deadline on September 5th. And once you're happy with your work, you can complete the data and it's entered. So I think it's, as I say, less than 3 weeks away. So it's now is the time to get moving on this and compete for those brilliant prizes.
Great, great. I make the slide a little bit bigger to make the QR code bigger. So I will leave this like for another couple of yeah, thanks, Neil. Yeah, thanks, Neil.
Okay.
So I guess all the people can scan it and then can access all the rules about this contest, all the information about this contest. This was actually pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah. Yeah. And, anyway, they can contact us through all our channels, so from email to the forum, so the developer.huawei.com forum, or even they can contact us throughout all our communities across Europe. So our HDG network. So we have one in UK, one in Spain, one in France, in Turkey, in Italy as well. Yeah, so I want to say hello also and ciao to all my friends that are connected from Italy. Last year there were a lot of developers from Italy that won the contest. I'm happy to see there are a lot of Italian developers interested to this technology and to this kind of contest from Huawei. But I'm sure that this year the developers joining this contest will be much more across every country of Europe, because our ecosystem is growing and growing a lot. And yeah, I see here. Yeah, we have hello from Francesco. It's another developer advocate from Italy. This is Francesco is the developer advocate lead in Italy. So yeah, ask him if you need some support. And I don't know, Niall, you have more info, or maybe we can open the question from the audience. What do you think?
Yeah, I think now would be a good time if anyone had any questions on either the process behind registering for the contest, the different categories, or any of the technical questions maybe you could help with, Giovanni. So if anybody has any questions, I think it would be great to hear from them.
Great, for sure. Yeah, feel free to ask any kind of question, from technical to logistic ones about this contest. We are here to help you. Now, that's it. Let's open the question. I will display that on the main screen if we have some question. Let's see. I have one. It's not a question. Hello, I have some problem with the tablet. Mike, if you want, you can ask a question here. I have some messages. Yeah, this was. I mean that our contest about this dedicated dedicated to women and students is very appreciated. Yeah. Let's see. I know that many of you are on holidays, but maybe there are still some developers that want to join and ask us some questions. Let's see. Yeah, in the meanwhile, I can say that it's really easy to integrate with our services. So if you are already using, if you are like a mobile developer, especially an Android developers, already used to use like the services from Google, so you are already using like the location and map services from the GMS. It's really easy to adapt your app and use our services. So feel free to go to the developers.huawei.com documentation website and check there all the information about how to integrate it. But like I said, you can contact us every moment if you have some question. And even we have a lot of services that helps you to have a lot of success with your game if you are a game development, like services and capabilities that allows you to have like a leaderboard, so like a top 10 of the players that are playing your games, or we are supporting like the advertising if you want to integrate the advertisement into your app or game. So yeah, let's see. I see Francesco say, I hope that someone is here and using the scan kit in order to scan the QR code shared before. Yeah, because we have also a kit that all of the developers to implement the QR code feature inside our application. So if you need to develop something scanning the QR code, it's easy to develop this kind of application. This is the main website where you can check our documentation with all the information, source code and demo application about all the feature of our services. I particularly like the machine learning kit because it allows you to develop like application in detecting object into an image, in the camera, or even we have like the sound detection that is really cool. And actually, if you want to develop some application like hearing that can actually hear and recognize the sound of like the car or the water running, you can do it with like 3 or 4 lines of code. So it's really straightforward to develop something like that. I don't think we have more questions now. Let's see. Niall, do you have some question about the HMS? I don't know. I can explain to you.
Not at the moment, Giovanni.
Yeah, my ML kit is cool. You have
I think it would be good maybe if we could share just how people can integrate the HMS open capabilities, because I think maybe some people aren't that familiar with it. So maybe we could share in the group just, I think I have it here actually, just the different development documentation required. So I might just put that into the group so we can see that.
Yeah, feel free to put it in. Thank you, Echo, in the meanwhile. Hi, also we have Francesco that is, today is really, he should be on holidays, but yeah, he's a friend of us, so he's following this stream. And yeah, he said that we are in HMS Core 6.0, we also have the 3D modeling kit, and it's a really good feature because it's allow the developer to create application in which you can use the camera to create 3D objects. So imagine to develop a game that can use the camera of your user to create the 3D model where is in the meanwhile he's playing. So it's really good. We have Kira. Hello, Giovanni. Do you have any winner from game industry for last year? I don't know. I don't think, Niall, you have in your slides some games that last year won. Otherwise, I have one sample.
I don't actually have an example. I know there were some good games. I think there was one. Let me just see.
In the meanwhile, I'm looking because I know about a game actually from a developer from Italy that won last year. Let me check, Chris. And another question, is it possible to attach a pin containing a voice recording and a photo onto a map? Yeah, we can actually, I mean, if you can integrate our services, you can do something like that. And also we can leverage the power of augmented reality to display into the real world, maybe the point with the voice recording. And this could be done using integrating our AR engine. So this is really good. Yeah, here it is, the game, Spingram. Thank you, Francesco, grazie. So it's the best game winner for 2000, so last year. And it was a really good game developed by an Italian developers. You can look for it on the App Gallery. It's on every store actually, and it integrated our services in a really quick, really in a really quick time, and it was like super. It was like a super cool. It is a super cool game. Yeah, it's like a logic puzzle using the cube.
There was an interesting game as well, Mirror Music, which came up last year, and its idea was it was to teach you how to play musical instruments, but also making it a mission game. So it was like that idea of you're learning something, but it's gamification as well. And it was from the China region, but it was a very popular game that came from last year's contest. Mirror Music, it was called.
Nice, nice. I mean, the games are actually one of my favorite because during developing the game, you are having fun also. No? So this is the point. Also, you are having fun. You can win prize. You can win. You can win the contest, but in the meanwhile, you are having fun, and this is so great. Also, we have a plugin if you are developing games with Unity, so you can integrate with our service easily. So if we have some game developers that are from in the audience that is developing games with Unity, don't be afraid to try because we have the plugin for it. So you have not only to use like that is important. You have not only to use like the Android native development framework. You can use like whatever you want, whatever you prefer, because we are supporting Unity, but we are supporting like React Native, Flutter, Ionic. So feel free to use the tool that you are already used to. That's really good. Yeah, I guess if we have no more questions from the audience, maybe yeah, we can end up the streaming here. And yeah, feel free to contact us for the contest. Contact the developer group, the forum. We have some question here. Let's see. Mustafa, hi Mustafa. Do we need to reach some amount of positive user experience of the submitted apps? If I understood well, you want to know if we are considering the user experience. Yes, it should be positive. You can have for sure more points to win if your user experience, if the user experience of your app or game is like really positive. And if you mean the social impact, so the positive social impact or the experience of the application, yes, also this one can give you more and more points. So we are not only evaluating the technical part, the technical bit, we are evaluating the actually usefulness of your application or game. And why this? Because we want a useful ecosystem of application. And even if you have not the time to deploy it on the app gallery, like I said before, you actually could, because this will give you 10 more points. But if you have no time, no problem. You can join the contest, and then after it, we can support you even deploying your application, your solution into the app gallery. And also we can offer promotion. That is really important, because if you are like a young team of developers, maybe you are a startup developer and you want to try a solution and you want to test your MVP. This is a good way because you can win a contest and then we can support you also to go in the market. This is really cool. You can join our events. I know, for example, that the game developer from Italy that develops Pingram, the game winner for last year, he was also invited in a lot of our events talking about this game, talking about how he actually integrated our services with inside this game. So, I mean, I would think also to go far from win only the prize, because this is a really good opportunity to grow in the market with your solution.
And just a point on the user experience, what the judging panel are looking at is 3 separate categories. They're looking for design, technology, and user experience together. They're looking for originality, and they're looking for social value. So those three categories are considered by the judge and panel. So user experience is definitely an important factor that the judges will consider when they're evaluating the apps.
Another question. Thank you. And this is what I want to know. How will we evaluate the apps and the benefit? Yes, great. You're welcome, Mustafa. We have a question from Echo. Can you tell us more about Women in Tech Prize? I don't know, maybe Niall, we want to share a little bit of the slide before.
Yeah, I'll just, hopefully it works now. If it doesn't, I can line it up. Just one second.
Yeah, I'm ready to share your screen when I see them.
Okay, I'll try now. Yeah, I think it'll work this time. So, yeah, as I mentioned, it's a brand new category, and it's in each of the regions. There's a $5,000 award, and there's 3 awards to be given out. And the conditions are that a woman must be the core developer or leader of the team, and that means that on that premise, the work with the highest total score will be awarded. The woman of that team will win the award. And the thinking behind it, as I said earlier, is that one of the unfortunate things about our industry is there is a gender gap. There aren't enough women developers. And I think it's important to recognize some of the very outstanding work that women have put into apps in recent years. So I think that's why this category was created. It's just to give special recognition to women who are coming up with some brilliant apps in our industry.
Yeah, like I said before, this is really good to recognize the role of women also in development. Yeah. Even though we are starting to see a lot of women that are actually going inside this career path, and I'm really happy to see it because they are bringing a lot of different vision in terms of quality and of ideas and even execution. This was really cool. Yeah. Any other question from the audience? Otherwise, I think we can end up in 1 or 2 minutes. Let's wait a little bit. I think no. So yeah, that's okay. I think, yeah, thank you for your time, first of all. And oh yeah, we have some thank you. Thank you from Heko. Yeah. I mean, yeah, thank you for your time. I'm really happy if you can join this contest because, like I said, it's a matter of opportunity for you, not only with the prizes that is actually a really high amount of money to win, but even, like I said, for promotion and for the future of your solution. So yeah, and also feel free to contact us. We are here to support you. Our team of developer advocate is really skillful. Has a lot of experience in helping, like Francesco and the other one from every country as a local developer advocates ready to support you. And this is really precious because you can go through the documentation, but the human touch is a different thing. And we can actually also help you doing some pairing with your code to support you. So feel free to contact us. We are here for you. Yeah, thank you. And Niall, you want to add something?
Yeah, thanks very much for joining, guys. I'm actually just really looking forward to seeing the different apps that come through this year. I think it's always inspirational just seeing the creativity on display, but also very simply, I'm going to use them on my phone, the best ones. So I'm looking forward to this year's contest.
Nice. So yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you in the next event from HDG. Bye-bye.